A child once called her soldier, and her eyes filled with tears today when they call her doctor. She smiles quietly. Are you ready to discover the incredible journey from that mysterious past to the life-saving hero she is now? Sarah. Thompson steps off the elevator on the 12th floor of Riverside General Hospital. Fluorescent lights hum overhead, and distant footsteps echo against sterile walls. Her crisp white coat sways as she crosses the corridor. Nurses and interns offer respectful nods. Patients look on with hopeful anticipation. To them, she is simply Dr. Thompson, the trauma surgeon whose steady hands and calming presence have become legend. Yet beneath this polished surface lies a chapter known to few: camouflage, covert missions, and the fierce discipline of special operations. Today, those worlds will collide. A humble home in North Georgia, early morning sunlight filtering through lace curtains. Sarah's father, James Thompson, meticulously polishes his battle-scared boots. Each nick and scrape tells a silent story. Young Sarah watches, wide-eyed, as he traces his weathered fingers along the creases. Later, in the attic, she discovers his old Ranger manuals and first aid kits. Stuffed animals become makeshift patients. She bandages them with reverent care. The precision, the calm under pressure. She knows even then that strength is more than muscle. Her 12th birthday at a local gun range. Under her father's watchful gaze, Sarah learns marksmanship fundamentals: breath control, steady grip, unwavering focus. She never loses her empathy. She never wants to harm. Her father's words echo in her mind. True strength is knowing when not to use your power. That lesson becomes her North Star. High school cross-country races at dawn. Sarah runs long, miles over dew-soaked trails, pushing her body beyond limits. By day, she volunteers at a local shelter, bandaging scraped knees and offering quiet reassurance. Her classmates know her as studious and selfless, but the layers run deeper: the quiet determination to help others in the most profound ways. Graduation day. Acceptance letters for Ivy League scholarships rest on her desk, yet her gaze is fixed on a different envelope: her enlistment papers. Faced with shock and concern from friends and teachers, she smiles with resolute determination. Service calls to her a purpose greater than herself. Fort Benning, basic combat training. Scenes of dawn drills, obstacle courses, echoing drill sergeants. Sarah endures physical exhaustion and sleep deprivation. Doubt whispers in her ear, but her father's old Ranger boots become a talisman against despair. She soldiers on, driven by an inner fire. The Special Forces Assessment and Selection Course. Cursed by harsh terrain, brutal forced marches, water immersion exercises under cold, moonless nights. Candidates fall by the wayside. Sarah centers herself with mindful breathing, surveying her surroundings. Mapping each tree and rock, she transforms fear into presence. When mental resilience is tested, her calm emerges as her greatest weapon. Qualification course highlights: tactical communications drills, survival exercises, mock hostage rescues. Sarah navigates foreign terrain silently, leading teammates through simulated combat with cultural sensitivity. Round a campfire, youthful banter turns to deep debates on ethics in war. Sarah's empathy shapes strategy: minimize civilian harm, respect local customs. Central Asia. Night vision: green glow, mortar, fire rattling earth. Sarah crouches in a forward operating base aid station, treating blast wounds and heat exhaustion. When an IED detonates, she charges through debris, applying a tourniquet under enemy fire. Her radio voice remains calm: medic here. One casualty stabilized. Request evac. Comrades look on in awe as she saves lives amid chaos. Months of deployments, training local medics, organizing health outreach clinics. mentoring junior soldiers on mental health and after-action reviews. Faces of grateful villagers flash on screen. Children with polio vaccinations. Mothers learning prenatal care. Sarah's mission evolves, heal muscles and souls. Return home. The contrast is stark. Hot desserts replaced by autumnal streets, dusty. Uniforms by civilian clothes. Sarah holds her father's dog tags, feeling both pride and the weight of memories. Conversations with mentors confirm her instincts. Her disciplines in combat medicine belong in peacetime. She applies to medical school. Lecture halls and white-coated labs. Anatomy cadavers on tables. Memories of treating shrapnel injuries guide her scalpel. Late nights studying for the MCAT. Therapy sessions processing combat trauma. Acceptance. Letters arrive. She chooses a program known for emergency medicine and community service. Medical school rotations, emergency wards, neonatal units, psychiatric consultations. Sarah's first overnight shift heroics. She coordinates a multi-victim resuscitation with the calm authority of a platoon leader. An attending physician watches in quiet astonishment, later whispering, "I've never seen such leadership in a first-year resident." Residency at a bustling urban hospital. Domestic violence survivors. Factory explosion victims. School bus collision. Pediatric trauma. Sarah orchestrates triage, coordinates multidisciplinary teams, and pioneers rapid response drills, having critical care waiting times. Her research into battlefield hemostatic agents leads to civilian-grade tourniquets, quickly deployed by EMS, transforming trauma care in the streets. Sarah teaching a lecture hall full of students the principles of tactical combat casualty care. She disarms the myths of military life with compassion, revealing the heart beneath the commo. Present day. Sarah steps into the operating room, the surgical lights a halo above. Her hands move with disciplined grace. A montage unfolds. She stabilizes disaster victims, mentors junior doctors, advocates for mental health debriefings after traumatic cases. Each life saved becomes a quiet victory. Sarah alone in her apartment at dusk, dog tags resting on a wooden box beside her medical license and a folded Ranger tab. She reflects, in the military, the mission came first. In medicine, the person comes first. She co-founds a nonprofit supporting veterans in healthcare, blending battlefield tactics with healing hearts. Community outreach fair in a school gymnasium. Sarah and volunteers teach trauma first aid to civilians. CPR. Tourniquet application, planting seeds of resilience in young faces. A gleaming blueprint of the future. The Center for Integrated Trauma Care, where combat medics and civilian clinicians train side by side under Sarah's guidance. She narrates, "We owe every patient the best of both worlds." Back in the hospital corridor, Sarah smiles at a patient thanking her quietly. The camera pans up to her determined gaze. Dr. Sarah Thompson's journey shows us that identity isn't bound by labels, but defined by our choices, from battlefields to operating rooms. Courage tempered by compassion can change the world. If Sarah's story moved you, subscribe to Everyday Triumphs and hit the bell icon to join us in celebrating hidden heroes and extraordinary transformations. Share your own pivot moments in the comments. Together we learn from every life's journey.